Coming up on Empower with Tristan Canfor-Dumas.
Bro, the goal is to just win my day. Like, I don't remember a life like without basketball. Like, burnout to me isn't a thing because I have a genuine passion for the game. There's restoration in relationships. I hooped at JUCO, I'm not gonna lie. I did good. I got JUCO All-American, which is like top 15 JUCO player in the nation.
I want to know, how do you get into the zone? Hello. Welcome back to another video. Yo, listen. Today, bro, for people who are in Drexel, you know who this is. For people who are maybe not in Drexel, maybe you're in Ghana, you don't know who this person is. Let me tell you guys, this is our very own D1 Hooper.
Yo.
Kevon, bro, listen, we're going to have a beautiful conversation about what it means to be a D1 Hooper, and more importantly, what it means to be a child of God. This is going to be a beautiful episode for people who are tuning in all around the world. Yo, listen, y'all sit back, relax, enjoy, but most importantly, take notes. Kevon, welcome to the pod.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, man. This is a long time coming. I ain't gonna hold you. You know, when I first came to Drexel, in my mind, I was like, I just need to make sure I have athletes on the show because I like sports and I want to be able to cover how or the things that you have to do to reach this level and to be able to compete. I'm just very interested in that, and I ain't gonna lie. I saw y'all like how this actually started off. I was really planning to see who I would ask. I was really like praying, okay, God, just point me to the right person. Let me just speak to the right person about this and see what's up. So basically what happened was, I think this was the last term. Yeah. I started seeing you guys. First time I saw you guys was going to church. I saw you, I think it was Victor, I think it was like some of the other guys.
Cole, Shane, maybe.
Yeah, I saw you guys all going to church. I was like, okay. Basketball team go to church. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Then I started seeing you guys come for huddle. You and Victor, and I was like, okay. Then I'm starting to see the people, starting to see what's up. And then when you gave your testimony during huddle and you're talking about this, I was like, okay, I know who it is now. I know who I got to talk to now. I gotta go out to him. And so I was looking for the right time to come and to be like, oh, just what's up, and cool. I was looking for you guys after that huddle, but you guys had dipped. I was like, hey, they got their schedule, bro. It's tight out here, man. So we will see you. I caught him one day. He was leaving church. I just stopped him. I said, yo, bro, we gotta run the pod. And he was like, yeah, definitely, let's do it. So thank you so much for coming.
I like how you was real efficient with it too. You kept straight. Like he ain't play no games. He was like, yo, like what up? Yo, I need you on the podcast. I was like, I got you, bro. I was like, I'm there.
Straight,
I was like, I got you.
I know we don't have time. There's no time for that. Oh, how are you doing? How's your day been? We are walking out of church and we are going our separate ways. If I don't cut to the chase, it's just like, all right, cool, bro. So you here now. Yeah,
we're here.
It's beautiful. It's a good time. Man. And so this is something that I ask my guests every single time they come on this show, right? It's a very simple question. It's a bit, it can trip people up a bit. Yeah. But it's a simple question.
Get ready.
Nonetheless. Okay, so the first question I got for you is, who is Kevon?
Who is Kevon? Lovely question. Lovely question. My dad always used to tell me, like, you're a student before athlete. And I think just like the underlying meaning of just like your identity is not found within like the things that other people look for it in. Like your identity isn't found within basketball. Your identity isn't found, yes, like student before athlete, the idea of putting academics before like basketball. But my identity isn't found in either of those things. Like my identity is found in him. My identity is found in the Lord. So Kevon is a child of God. Kevon is a son of God. More practical, I guess, in terms of like, who am I? Like, bro, I enjoy a lot. Like, I enjoy a lot of like random things. I enjoy building computers. I have a passion for building computers. Yeah, bro. I have a passion for building computers. Surfing. I love surfing. Like,
really?
Yeah, I'm from North Carolina.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Like, when I go to the beach in North Carolina, like, I'm always surfing, bro. Like, I love time in the water. Surfing's super cool to me. I ain't the best though. I ain't the best, but I get in the water. Like I'm gonna get in there. It's like when you hoop, you like, yeah, I like the cardio. Like,
that's it.
I just like getting in the water. But surfing, I enjoy hanging out with friends. Really, people, bro. Like this. Like I enjoy conversation. Like I enjoy knowing testimonies, why people are the way they are. That's me though.
Bro, that's like, he covered everything, bro. He covered every single thing. I ain't gonna hold you. That's beautiful. There's so much to unpack. And what you said, the first thing I want to talk about, bro, surfing. Okay, is this something that's like is normal in North Carolina? Like, it's something
Depends on where you're at. Like,
Okay.
if you at the beach, like, yeah, but like everybody at the beach surfs. Like,
Okay.
if you say you're surfing, it's the equivalent of saying like I'm going to hoop. Like,
Okay.
very, very common.
I see.
Yeah, it's very common in North Carolina, especially like East Coast, even West Coast. Like, but yeah, I'd say it's very very normal.
I ain't gonna hold you. I've never surfed in my life. I don't even know like how to. Hey,
Yo,
bro.
I'm not gonna lie, it's different. Like, growing up, I found the things that like. I found the like I call them alternate sports interesting.
Okay.
Skating, snowboarding.
Okay.
And it's not always a sport, like singing.
You sing?
Nah, I wish. I wish. Dancing, like these things that like people have passions for. They're like, it's not like an everyday entertainment thing. I mean, like music is, but like, I don't know, bro. Stuff like that, and that's what drew me to surfing. Like, it was like one of those things. Like, it's a wild card. Like, who would ever be look at me and be like, "Oh yeah, he surfs." Like,
Yeah, he surfs.
I like the wild card of it.
That's it. Okay. I see that. All right. So yes, we spoke about surfing. Now we gotta get to like the actual like the nitty gritty, man. You a hooper. You a basketball player. When did that start?
Since I could walk, bro.
Really?
Yeah, since I could remember. Like, I don't remember a life like without basketball. Actually, I'm cap. I do. I stopped playing and like. Stop playing as in like stop taking it serious. My like 6th grade year. It was like 6th to 8th grade or 6th to 7th grade. Actually, I'm 7th to 8th grade. So 6th grade here, you can't play. You can't play on the middle school team.
Really?
Like, your first year that you're allowed to play is 7th grade. So like your 7th and 8th grade year are the 2 years you can play basketball. So I remember like my 7th grade year, I got cut, and I was like, dang. It was a shock. I thought I was nice. I was like, dang, like I was stuck. I'm not gonna lie. And just dealing with like stuff in the past from when I was younger, like playing AAU, getting cut from an AAU team. Like, I think it led to like a bit of a like man, like maybe this isn't for me. And so like really like refining my love for basketball. So like when I got cut my 7th grade year, like I was like, I kind of gave up on it. Like, I was like, bro, like I'm done hooping. Like I'm not gonna work out no more. Like, I stopped working out. My dad would want me to go to workouts. I'm like, no, like I'm not going. I cried, bro. I was like, I'm not going. He was like, I'm not gonna force you. Like, so I started just like going to the gym just to like mess around though. Like, you got the adults that play pickup. Like, I would get in there. I had a strap. I ain't gonna lie. Throw it up from the side. Like, I would shoot them all the way over here. Like, I had a strap when I was younger, but I just go in there and play. And I think like honestly, that time away from the game, like, man, that's what made me love it so much. That's what like keeps me going even now, because like I felt like I lived a life away from basketball. I felt like burnout to me isn't a thing, because I have a genuine passion for the game, like a passion that lies outside of like my performance or how I'm playing. Like, I genuinely love watching a ball go through a hoop. Something about it, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been playing since I could walk.
That's it. Okay, wow. You spoke about getting cut from a team. I can just imagine what was going on in your head when they told you. Is it like they sat you down, they're like, hey, bro?
Dog, it was on a paper, right? So like cafeteria, they put the name of the teams up, and right, everybody knew, because at recess I got to it. Like, everybody knew what it was. They're like, oh yeah, like Vaughn, like he gonna be on the team. Da da da. Bruh, I walk up to the cafeteria door. I've read through it like 3 times. I kept going through it. I was like, dang, bro, my heart just drops.
Oh,
I was like,
bro,
I didn't really know. But I mean, all for a plan, all for a purpose.
Yeah. Wow. So what made you go back into basketball?
The passion. Like, when I would play, like even when I got cut, like when I would just play at the gym, like I really loved what I did. I loved shooting the ball. I love like scoring. Like I said, it was a real passion for it. But I think coming back that next year, I had to go to school, and like I still cared about basketball, so like why not try out? And I made the team the next year. And I think just like, I think if I wouldn't have loved it as much as I did if I didn't get cut. Like, I think me getting cut was so important for like my growth as a basketball player, because like although I'm in 7th grade and like in the grand scheme of things, like 7th grade year, like it's 1 year. I think it's just like at that time, never downplay like a kid's mind, because like little things to a kid are everything. Like me getting cut from basketball team is everything to me at that point.
Yeah.
And like first world problem, like it's like I got cut from a basketball team, like whatever. But like in my world, like I'm like, dang, I got cut from the basketball team. So I think just like, I don't know, just how that impacted me to grow as a player, as a person. Yeah, was important in my long-term growth.
It's like that thing, like you need to lose to appreciate the win. It's
exactly.
Like
exactly.
That's
exactly.
I ain't gonna hold you that. When I was in high school, I used to swim, and I was swimming, bro. Like, this is actually funny enough. It's covered inside the book. If you guys want to get the book, I'm just gonna like subtle plug put that out there. Yeah, I gotta put a little book out there. Yeah, but it's inside the book. I covered the story in the book, and basically, I was like, when I go to high school, I didn't really swim. I was just like, just there. And when I go into the water, I was like, bro, low key, I feel like I can win. I feel like I got this. Like, it's just that competitiveness. I'm like, nah, I feel like I can beat this guy if I'm swimming. And the way my school was, we played in like, we had different like sporting groups within the school. And so I was like the blue team. Of course, Spartans. Yeah, Spartans. Yeah, that's us. And we needed swimmers that year. And then they were like, they don't have anybody. I was like, all right, cool. I'll do it. If not, I'll do it. That year, I got silver. Shock to everyone. It was like, nobody predicted me to even get close. And I got silver. And people were like, yo, okay, that means, okay, cool. So I was like, okay, then next year, let's go straight up. Because I knew who I was facing. And I was like, nah, ain't no way I'm going to let this guy work harder than me. I said, nah, I'm going to work. When I tell you, I worked so much. Even during the break, where I was doing everything. Like, I used to get up so early before, because I went to a boarding school. And so we had to be up by a certain time. I already had to be up by maybe like 5:30. I was up by 4. So like an hour 30 before, and I'll go outside. I couldn't swim, so I'll go to the track and I'll go and run. I'll go and play basketball. Just something to improve myself. Training came. I was so serious with the training, so serious with it, bro. 2 weeks to the competition. Whenever I go and swim, I don't know what happened. I think when it happened was like when I was coming back from a trip. I went for like a family trip, and on my way back, I was in the plane, and I got this crazy headache, like super crazy. And it was so painful. And then I was so confused at first. I was like, it was nothing bad. When I went back into the water and I got out, my nose started bleeding. And I was like, oh, bro, something's up. I always had nosebleeds as a kid. So I just like threw it off like it was not that deep. But every single time I was going to swim, I had nosebleed. And then I had like a serious headache after. And so like 2 weeks till the competition comes, these things is happening, but I'm not telling anybody. I'm just like to myself. I'm like, nah, bro, I have to swim because I have to get that gold. I have to win. Bro, it got to a point I was swimming. When I go out to the water, my coach, they saw the blood. They're like, nah, bro, go to the infirmary. And I went to the infirmary, and then I went to go and get checked down. They're like, oh, you have frontal sinusitis. And I was like, what's that? What does that mean? And they're like, yeah, it means your sinuses are inflamed. And they're like, okay. I was like, okay, cool, that's cool. Give me those drugs. Let me just go. They're like, nah, you can't swim for like at least 2 weeks. And I was like, yo, the competition is in like a week and a half. He said 2 weeks out. I said, hey, bro. So at that point, I was like, okay, I may not swim. I may not be able to swim. I'm like, okay, all this I did was for nothing. And people started to get happy because, like, low-key, people were like, starting to be a little afraid. They're like, hey, this guy's really training. I mean, something's going to happen. And when they saw that I was out because of this, they're like, okay, something's up. Like, okay, we have a chance. We can beat these guys. In my mind, I was like, it's over. It's done. And I willed myself. I was like, nah, forget about these sickness tests. I'll swim maybe just one race. At least let me just go and swim one race. Yeah. I went to swim that one race. And when I tell you that, I gave my all inside that race. And if you saw the race, like, on video, bro, if you look, I won the race on video.
Do you have a video?
Yeah, it's there. I'll show you the video. I'll show you the video. I was swimming. And when I tell you, like, I know in my heart of hearts, there were so many things that didn't go right that day. Like, for instance, we were supposed to arrive earlier to warm up in the pool. Because when you go in and swim, like, you need to be calm with the water. You need to be cool with the water. I literally arrived late. And so the minute I got there, they threw me in the pool going to swim that race. And so I was not warmed up, no warm up, no nothing. Just off the bat. My opponent, he been in the pool for a minute. Like, he been chilling. He's cool. And so I swam that race. I came out of the pool. And I thought I won. I realized I thought I won. And they were like, nah, brother. She didn't, bro. Bro's hand went like these. But when I tell you, that was the most pain. That was the most pain I ever felt in my life, because I was so like, I worked so hard for this, and I knew in my heart of hearts that if a few things went right that day, I would have won that race hands down, bro. At that point in time, I said I don't want to swim anymore. Like I was like, it's wraps, it's done. Like forget about it. Then came to my last year. This happened in my sophomore year, my junior year. And so going into my senior year of high school, I was like, okay, you know what? The last dance.
Yeah.
I was like, let me
Last
just go.
dance.
Yeah, I was like, all right, you know what? Let's just do it. So
Yeah.
I spent the whole summer training again, back, same old thing. And this time there's just like something different. I was just like, nah, bro, I've been here before. Like, I understand it. And I was like, okay, I see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I tell you, bro, I got into that water, bro. Even before the water house, bro, I was so locked in. Like, it was actually crazy. Like, I was at that point. I don't know if you know this guy. You know Tim Grover? He was Michael Jordan, Dwayne Wade's coach, Kobe's coach.
Oh, Tim Grover. Did he have any relation to UNC?
I think so.
If he had a relation to UNC, I think I know who you're talking about.
I think so. That brother, he wrote a book called Relentless.
And I've heard of Relentless.
Yes.
I've heard of Relentless.
And at that point in time, I was reading that book. Do you know David Goggins is?
Yes.
Yes, I read him and I read him. I have both those books over here.
You was tapped into
Bro,
that mode.
I was locked in. When I tell you, I was locked in, bro. I was looking for anything to just give me like locked in something. Yeah. And so getting towards the day of the competition, it was a Friday. The division was on a Friday, and like I think right before that day, like the day ended, we were in class, and I just overheard a conversation of them talking about the competition. They were like, "Oh, who do you think is gonna win?" And then somebody asked like, "Oh, I think the Spartans are gonna win. That's my team." And somebody said, "The Spartans? Please, those guys ain't gonna do nothing." I was like, "Oh, really?" That was in my head the whole time. I was like, "Oh, really? You think I'm not gonna?" Oh, really? I was getting so
motivation,
hyped. Bro. I used that so much, and even like before, I got there like 30 minutes before. I was so zoned in that day, and when I got up to the line. Bro, I'll show you the video too, before and after. I'll show you the thing. I was like, nah, bro. I'm locked in on this. And that time, no injuries were stopping me. Nothing was holding me back. Bro, when I tell you, I got 3 gold medals that day. I was like, hey, I'm locked in, bro.
You was tapped in. 3?
I'm telling you, bro. 25-meter breaststroke, 50-meter breaststroke. I think I also got freestyle 4x something. We did like another relay. I also got another silver. I think I got a bronze. Like, I had medals around my neck that day. And when the thing finished, I was sitting in the pool like after. I was just like reflecting. I'm like, yo, bro, like I was chasing this for 3 years and it's over. And it's like, if I hadn't lost at that point in time, I wouldn't have not only pushed myself, but pushed other people around me to also do well. Because our team was not supposed to get anyway. And in the boys' side, we ended up winning. The girls' side let us down, so overall we didn't do anything. But from the boys' side at least, like I was like, yo, if I had won the year before, I wouldn't have reached this level. I would not have gone through those things. And so when you're talking about like that feeling of like, yeah, bro, you're going to appreciate the win way more when you have suffered. It's like, that's what makes it kind of worth it at the end.
Even knowing like, I'm going to parallel this with like a story that I just heard today, this morning.
Really?
About just like how God delivers you when the time is right. And it's for a reason. Like you hear the verse about, blessed are those who endure trials and tribulations. For when it is over, it'll produce endurance and perseverance or something like that. Yeah. But just the idea that like trials and tribulations are endured so that like you can be molded to persevere, to endure. And it's a story of just like in the 1950s, they did this study, and it wouldn't be ethical today, but it was with rats. And they basically put the rats in a container of water, and they wanted to see how long like the rats could swim. And so with the first group of rats, they put them in the water, and how long do you think they lasted?
30 seconds.
18 minutes.
Oh, my fault.
18 minutes. It was like 15 to 18 minutes they lasted, right?
Oh, wow, my fault.
So it was like 15 to 18 minutes left. I didn't even know rats could swim.
Yeah, I thought like,
I was like, they definitely sinking. So they last 15 to 18 minutes, and they died. They drowned. And so the next group of rats, same thing. They put them in the water, but right when they're about to drown, at that 15 to 18 minute mark, they take them out, and they let it rest in its hand for like get its breath. Like I think it was like 3-4 minutes. They let it rest in the hand, and they put it back. Guess how long it swam for when they put it back?
20 minutes.
Average is 60 hours.
60 hours.
60 hours. Almost 3 days. And just the idea that like being delivered from these things and like taking that loss when you take that loss is so important to the growth of who you are. It's so important to your journey, because like when you get delivered from those things at that time, like you may not see it in the moment, but like that's building you. Like that's giving you endurance. That's giving you perseverance for like later down the road. You'll look back and you'll be glad it happened. Like, and I think it's hard to see it in the moment. Like that's the battle. It's the I fight that today still. Like seeing like a loss in the moment. I broke my wrist beginning of, bro, had a great off season with Drexel. Like got here in the summer, was hooping, dog, was hooping. And like first live practice, we're doing pickup. I go to steal a ball, my hand goes into somebody's hip, pops back. I broke my wrist in like 3 different places on some random stuff, and I'm like, dog, like, I know this is your plan, God. Yeah. I'm not even gonna sit here and say, wow, I know what you're playing, but man, like
that must have been painful.
And I missed the beginning of the season. My first game back was like December.
That's why. Yeah, that's why I was like, yo. At first I was like, did he just come or like? I was like, okay.
My first game back was December, but I think it just like I needed that, bro. Like I needed that when it happened because like that furthered my walk with the Lord so much. Like
really.
And it's not even, bro, it's not about basketball. Like, you talk about how you almost won this race when you weren't even warmed up. Yeah. Dog, I came back from not touching the ball for 3 months, right? I didn't touch the ball for 3 months. I had a week of practice. In one game, we played Albany. I had, like, 4 points. He threw me in there, let me get my feet wet. Like, I was like, yeah, L1. I got an L1. I was lit. But just, like, the next game we played was Penn State at Big 5. Oh. So it was Penn State at Wells Fargo Arena, right? Yeah. So, like, I got this dude named Ace Baldwin. Lottery pick, like, good player. And Penn State's nice, obviously. But, bro, this is my second game back. I've been hooping for a week after being out 3 months. Yeah. Like, my shot don't feel right. Like, whatever. Dog, I had, like... 14, I think. Gee. Let a little comeback, put us within like 6, and then they closed us out at the end with like 4 minutes left. But we were right there, and just the idea that like, I had like not 11 or 12 straight at one point, like just leading the comeback, and in my head like I'm just thinking like, God, this is you. This is you because like, bro, I have not been hooping, and just the. Dog, I dropped Ace. I ain't gonna lie. That's their best player. Bro, I came down, half spin, dropped him, turn around, hit the 3. I was like, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm cooking, but God, this is you working right now.
The shot that you just did.
And I think after that, bro, like the way it like changed my brain, it's not so much about like the mechanics or the skill, but it really is like, it gets to a point, it's about your heart. It's about like where your desires are ordered to. It gets to how bad you want it. Like, are you putting pressure on yourself to perform and have these expectations, or are you just letting your craft speak for itself? Letting your God-given abilities, like whatever that may be, flow out of you instead of trying to like force something that isn't there. Like, I don't know, bro. I think God just, with all that said, like the rat story, all those things, the wrist break, like God delivers us from these things at the perfect timing.
Yeah, that timing is elite.
He ain't never early, he ain't never late. He gonna get you right there every time.
Right, exactly.
Bro, every time.
When you think it's the right time, cause like, hey brother, hold on now. You don't see the full picture. Just like, okay, that's not the full time. Just when the time is right, I'll put you there and you can see what's gonna happen.
How hard can it be to trust this timing though?
Brother. I feel like, okay, I think it depends on a lot of things. The first thing that I would say is, like, you see how you're talking about, like, it builds, like, you know that you've gone through certain things. Like, just being able to know that, okay, I've gone through this challenge, I've gone through this challenge, I've gone through this challenge. In David Goggins' book, he was talking about, like, a cookie jar of, like, things that, like, you know that you've conquered things. So, like, you build yourself up. So, in the same way with this, trusting and having that faith in God's timing, it, like, your ability to have that faith, it kind of also lies in the amount of times that God has delivered you and that you have taken notice of. That kind of builds up that thing like, okay, I know you have done this before. And so for somebody who has not experienced that, that's when it would be like it would be so much harder for them to have that faith. So I feel like this is also something that I realized too with me. For example, so many little things happen, like getting to this point. And it's just constant little reminders that like God is there. Like God got me. So many times it's like, bro, like nothing is working out, and that gave me so much faith for when the big things came up in my school. I think now it's a bit safe to say it now, but in my school, they were really like striving on the academics, and like that way academics first school. And in my final year, I wanted to play in like we had this like it's a basketball competition, like an inter-school basketball competition, and I wanted to play. I had never played because when I came it was COVID, and the year after I couldn't play because of that was another story about God's timing. But I didn't end up playing that time, and so this year I was like, this is my last year. I want to play. I had some like requirements. There you go. I had some requirements that I had to fulfill, and that was like I had different papers I had to submit, and so I spent like the tournament happens in January, late January around there, and so the whole of the December break, winter break, I spent it working on those things. I was like, nah, I have to be ready for this time. And when I tell you that I was so ready, I had everything ready by January. By the time we came out of school, I was like, I'm done with all my work. I get there, they're like, yeah, you know what? Still, bro, you're your last year. Even if you're done all the work, you gotta lock in. Like, no sports. And I was like, bro, what? I was standing there, I'm like, at that point, and what's so funny is that my girlfriend, I was sitting there and she was talking, so I was like, bro, are you not stressed? Like, what's going on here? I'm like, don't worry. I have a feeling. Like, I just know it's like, God's going to, like, something's going to happen. I get back to my room, and I call my mom and I'm talking to her about what happened. My mom's like, nah, you can't let this rest. You can't let this rest. No, I can't let this rest. And we go and we talk over with them. We draft this whole petition. Like, we try and get like, nah, you have to play. And we raised a concern, like a valid concern. When I was in high school, I was the head boy. I don't know how to describe what head boy is. It's like kind of think of student body president, but not really student body. It's like we have a student body president, but we also have the head boy. Head boy is like, it's appointed by like the school officials. It's appointed by like, those people.
As in the student body is like committed by the student body?
Yeah, so students vote for that guy, but I was selected by like the faculty, the staff and whatnot to be like the leader of the school, basically. And so like using my position, I was like, bro, it would be like, I was trying to use the angle of I've handled my responsibilities and you know that I've handled my responsibilities, so you should allow me to play. And it reached a point where we had to like, there's a lot of things that happened. Long story short, the last minute, last second, they end up saying, okay, cool, you can play. You be able to play.
I know you're happy.
Bro, I was like, yo.
You got out of that office jumping?
Bro, I was like, yo. And the guy, the last people came in, he told me like at the last, like he told me like literally like 2 days before the tournament that, oh yeah, you can suit up, you can play. This whole time they're like, bro, they need to know if I'm playing or not because they need to get jerseys, they need to send the roster in. I was like, put my name there, don't worry. Put my name there, don't worry, it's gonna come, don't worry. So they told me, I was so hyped. I was like, yeah, we inside. So basically, yeah, we were inside, and I went there. And for the tournament, because I hadn't been training with the team, I hadn't been playing with them, it was like, really like I'm there, but I'm also not there because I had no training, no. I was like, okay. Game didn't go well at all. It was so bad. I so crazy. Like it was like a 1-point game. They put me inside the game. I was like, yo, close it out. Make sure you don't win. Bro, I went up the court and I gave a pass. Pass got intercepted. And I chased down the guy. I was like, nah, I have to block the guy. The guy made an and one on me. I was like, yo, bro, I forget about it, bro. Yo. And so now they were up by 2.
Dog, that is the worst
bro,
feeling.
They were up by 2. And it gets even worse. Because I get the ball now and I'm like, I have to go and score. And so now I'm running to the basket. They foul me. I go to the free throw line. Bro, 2-point game. It's on. And I'm like, bro, I just came back and I'm like, hey, okay, you know what? God, please, I know you got me in this one, yeah. I shoot the first one, it goes in. I'm like, okay.
One more.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay. And I'm now low-key in my mind. This is why I low-key felt like from that point, I was like, I knew I was going to miss, which was very bad because I was looking at the people around me. I'm like, okay, if I pass, this guy can rebound it for me. This guy can rebound it for me. I was like, okay, cool. God, you got it. I threw it out, bro. That miss was so painful because it rimmed in and out and just bounced out and they caught the ball and then it was over. 1-point game. It was done. I was like, bro. It was so painful, bro. I couldn't even sleep for like 2-3 days.
Dog, I know that feeling.
I was like, bro, it's done. Feeling. But the good part of the story is that after that ended, the school looked back and they were like, okay, you know what? Let's make a way for our players to actually be able to play if they handle their business. They literally hold a whole assembly after that and they were like, bro, listen, you can play sports if you want to play sports. You just have to meet these requirements. And so they literally set up a whole thing.
But you kind of started that.
Sure. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was like, at that point, it didn't make any sense because I was like, why is this happening to me? And people around me, they were like, bro, what's like, there must have listened to things that were happening. Just like, situation, like, that don't make no sense. Like, how is this all happening? But then at the end, it was like, it happened for a reason. And I even feel like that loss, it was like showing them like, yo, if you don't let your people train, not only play, but they need to train with the team. They need to be there and be present. you're not gonna win. And so it's just like, bro, I was just looking back and I'm like, nah, God really got me with that one, because I remember I was there. I was like, bro, God, I know that you're there. You were there in so many chances, so many instances you showed up. And so like even now, this is like going back again to that question about you had about like how hard is it or how easy it is to have that faith. It depends on what you've gone through. Like if you've been through it and you know he got you through, it's gonna be really, it's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be easy. Yeah.
I think faith builds faith.
There you go.
Like the longer you have faith.
There you go.
I think about, I heard this too this weekend, like the Israelites build altars where the Lord has done something good for them. Like when Moses parts the Red Sea, like they build an altar of rocks there to sacrifice animals on. When Moses comes down from the mountain, we're not gonna talk about the idolatry and stuff when they built the idol, but just this idea that like the Israelites built altars where the Lord had delivered them, and like I think in our life, like to do the same thing. And when you're talking about like what I just said, when faith builds faith, like I think sometimes trials hit or like a rough part of life hits and we fail to realize how he has delivered us, how he's been so good to us, how like he has never left us nor forsaken us. And I think just building these altars in our minds of like, no, you were good to me here. You were good to me here. Like these prayers were answered, and knowing he will do that again.
He will do it again.
And if not, understanding like he has never not built you for something greater. Like even the things that you look at as a setback or the things you look at as loss, like knowing that God has a plan with all of that stuff, and he's so intentional.
Definitely. I have a question for you.
Talk to me.
So for the people who are watching this and they're like, yes, you are saying that you gotta have faith and trusting in God's timing and knowing all of these things, how do you go about remembering that God has been there for you? How do you go about processing in like situations where it doesn't really make sense? How do you go about still having that faith in God?
Now, or speaking from a background of like, let's say hypothetically I didn't know who the Lord was, and then like trying to have that faith.
Let's say you right now.
It's easy, I'm not gonna lie. Like not like that. It's easy, but like that's because I know who God is. I know who Jesus Christ is.
Okay.
Like, dog, when I tell you like divine things like happening in my life, where I'm like, Lord, like I see it. I see you.
Oh
like,
man, yeah.
And I'm talking, it's one of those like it's his name right there, dog. Like I know that's you. I'll talk about like something more personal to me. Like I got a girlfriend, right? So up until like I gave my life to Christ probably August of this year at Drexel, last year at Drexel. And saying like, I want to live a life for Christ. And up until that point, like not living a life for Christ, like in my relationship, not modeling what it meant to actually live by his word. I knew who Jesus was, but am I living by everything that the Lord says I should live by? And so just like the confusion that led on my life, all this stuff. And then like August, my heart accepts the Lord, but my habits are still like, they're kind of lagging back a little. Like I'm still trying to align my habits with my heart. And so in our relationship, like trying to, like I said, align the habits with the heart and still sinning. And I think I met James, and James is big for me. Like James is very big about speaking into me, and like talk about good timing, bro. I needed James. Like I needed James.
Shout out to James, man.
Shout out James, man. But this weekend, right, I went to this camp, and it was like, you know what FCA is?
FCA, no, what's that?
So FCA is Fellowship Christian Athlete. It's basically like all the athletes at Drexel. They have it at a whole bunch of campuses, but like all the athletes basically get together. They talk about the Bible. They talk about the Bible when it involves sports in terms of like how we should conduct ourselves on the floor, off the floor. And basically like bridging that gap between like the Bible and your sports world. Given like how you can relate. And it's good like to be surrounded with people that like understand like the struggles of like having to balance like the expectations of the world and maybe like coaching and confidence things with like how the Lord says we should live, and like those people relate to you. So it was an FCA camp, and it was just like, bro, it was great. Like wake up 6:30, pray for an hour, dog. Pray for an hour.
That's that power.
We got chapel later on, worship music, little like sermons that we break out into and just discuss in small groups. And it was a camp. And on the second day, right, going into this weekend, like I had just been praying, like, God, I know that like, this is why I was speaking so passionately out there. Like, I know the blood of Christ. I know what that meant. I know that Jesus Christ's death on the cross meant I could have life, meant that like my sins were forgiven, meant that like I had this new life that I could live. But do I know? And like the contradiction between what I knew and what my heart actually was like knowing it wasn't there. And so like praying for like understanding and praying that like, God, like let me fully accept the new creation that you've brought about me. Let me accept the new creation in my relationship. Let me accept the new creation in who I am, because I know the price that your death meant. I know that like that meant life for me. And so, dog, I'm just praying this over and over again, like 10 minutes maybe, like just everything I could think of that aligns with like how the old has gone and the new is here. And I walk back over to the group. Like there's like a group of like probably 150 people just praying. And I walk over there and I'm just sitting there like with my eyes open, just kind of like looking down thinking. This dude came up to me, right? He's like my huddle leader, like my team leader, if that makes sense, my small group leader. Yeah. And he was like, God wanted me to tell you this yesterday. He put it on my heart to tell you, but like you were talking, I didn't find the time. But there's restoration in relationships. Dog, I didn't tell him nothing about my girl. I didn't tell him nothing about my girl. I didn't even know I had a girlfriend. Yeah. And dog, I lost it. Like I was like, God, I needed that. Like I've been praying about that. I've been praying about knowing that like this is where you wanted me. This is the relationship you wanted me in. And like it's been hard to like reorder our desires, to literally push out the old and let God build the new. Yeah. And just knowing like having that like divine appointment, I feel like, of like knowing that the Lord says there is restoration in that. Like
that's powerful.
A new sense of purpose. And your question about like, it was about how easy or hard is it to like have faith in like when I can't see it. And I say it's easy because of stuff like that. Because I know he's going to pull through. I know that like I knew going into this weekend that the Lord would have gave me an answer. Like that. I'm not going to say all that because that joke heavy, bro. I was like, wow. Like I was just in tears, bro. Like, God, you were good. Like never will you leave me. Never will you forsake me. But you know, he's going to pull through, bro, every time.
So for people who, now they don't know. Like, what advice would you give people who haven't gone through what you go through?
I'd say trust in the Lord. Like, I'm educated and well versed in a way that's like logical about God. I went to a classical Christian school, and so like learning how to defend like Christianity against somebody who doesn't believe in God is something I learned about. Like common arguments, all these things. I literally wrote like a research paper on it.
Really?
Yeah, it was like 20 pages, I promised you, before I left the school. But one thing like I've realized the older I've got is like knowing who Jesus Christ is and knowing God is not a purely logical front. Like ultimately it comes down to a heart issue. Like you can know everything there is to know about like this world and still not know Jesus Christ, because like it's a heart issue. It's a heart issue with accepting that like he was the Son of God. So I think just like trust and pray that even if you don't know who Jesus is yet, like pray to God, pray to Jesus that you would know that he would give you an answer on those things. Like the Bible talks about asking you will receive, knocking I will answer. And I think just like praying about those things. And if you have people around you who know him, seek out those relationships. Yeah. And you don't always have to seek them out and like in a standpoint of like I have to know every question I'm going to ask. Like you could just be curious. But like out of that curiosity, if you jump in that pool, you can't help but get wet. I'm telling you. Like when you start knowing like the goodness of God, when you start knowing the goodness of Jesus Christ, like I think then you really realize like these people aren't crazy. Like nah, this is real. Like he's moving. He's really moving. Yeah. It's that freedom. It's that real joy. It's that real peace that isn't psychological. Like I think sometimes I'll hear arguments of like, bro, it's just like a get out of jail free card of just like psychologically freeing you from like a hopeless life you live. What I mean by that is like, let's say you're going through like a rough time, like you just lost a job hypothetically. Yeah. And like, you're like, oh, like this is miserable. Like, God help me. Like, it's just like you're crying out like psychologically because like you heard something didn't go your way. And like, you realize it's so much more than that. It's so much more than just a psychological thing that people think in their head, but it truly is something that is real. Like, Jesus Christ is real. Like, he puts things in front of you that are real. He speaks to you directly. So I think just taking time to sit with the Lord, sit with the Lord's people, and really dive into that if you don't know.
Definitely. Wow. Bro, I know people they're going to like be on me if I don't also quiz you about basketball. People want to know about basketball. They now you guys got the word. You guys got that. Okay, listen. This is very powerful. What you're saying is so powerful, man. We are going to now apply this to the basketball.
You know what's funny? We start off like it's a basketball player. You asked me who I was, and I told you first a child of God. And the fact that like the conversation we've had has not been based around basketball for at this point.
It's been like strictly about God. And then now it's like, okay, now it's coming. Now it's just gonna come after. So
student before athlete.
There you go. Let's go. There you go. So okay, so talk to me. So let me just ask a very obvious question. How did you get to D1?
So I did JUCO. JUCO is like junior college here. Are you familiar with JUCO?
Kind of.
Should I explain it?
People, yes, for people who don't know, explain it.
It's like, you got to help me with this because you could probably give the relation. I'll tell you what JUCO was like in my head coming out of high school. I'll give you the whole build up, honestly. So high school, started taking basketball more serious. I reclassed. I reclassed my 8th grade year and did my 8th grade year over again. Okay. Because like I hadn't hit puberty yet. So like I was still like short. And so I was like, I'm going to take a year. I'm going to grow a little bit more. And then I'm going to go. So I like did a year over again, not academically. I did a year over again, like on a paper, but like academically, I was taking the classes I should have been taking. Oh, okay. So like I kept up in my grade, but I just did the year over again. Okay. So, started getting better then. Met a guy named TC that used to coach at, NC State.
NC State, yeah.
Yeah, he was an assistant coach at NC State and just kind of got in the gym with him. One of my friends that went to my school, Noah Ross, he plays at UNCW now. Oh, wow. But it was just us three, COVID, in the gym every day. Like, dog, I thought he was crazy. Like, I would be in the gym. It started with, like, lifts in the morning, 8 a.m. And then we had to get 300 makes after, from 3. Okay. Then we had, like, a ball handling workout. And then we come back later at night and we play.
Oh, wait, hold on. You said all in one day?
Yeah. You love it though.
Yeah, I probably.
You love it.
Hold on. Okay, so you said you wake up in the morning at what time?
I don't even remember what time I wake up. Lift was at like 8 or 9.
8 or 9. Okay, so you live. How long would you live for?
Hour.
And then you'd rest, and then
no rest.
Okay, no rest.
It was nice though. The gym was right next to like the weight room. Okay. So like you literally just like walk right across.
So do you normally lift and then play
every day?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, because people are like, if you lift and play, then it's messing up. Like it messes up your shot or anything like that. Nah.
You got to. Like, the more you do it, the more it actually helps your shot. Like the more like your muscles are ready for it, the more like the fatigue doesn't set in as much. Like if you shoot a lot of shots, you notice your arms get tired. Like, it takes a lot for my arms to get tired. But that's because like when they are fatigued, like I'm always shooting. Like I get in the gym after. And also like touch up stuff. Like let's say you lift and then you go and shoot. Yeah. You like, it's called shooting the lift off. Okay. Because if you wait and you get in the gym the next day, your shot might feel a little wonky. Yeah. Like, but that's why you lift and shoot the lift off is what they call it.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so going back to the routine that you was on, how you got to D1. You said you had the lift at 8, 9, then you had shooting 300 shots, makes 300 makes. Yeah. 300 makes. How long does that take? 300 makes.
Steady. I'm gonna be real, dog. It was not that consistent. Like it was when I say it's not that consistent, I'm saying 300 makes was like the number. But like some days we go in there mad tired, we get like 150, 200. Okay. I'm not saying slack off. Like get the 300 in. Yeah. But that would take like hour or two. So like you got 2 hours between like lift and shots.
Okay.
Then ball handling stuff towards the end, or we do it at the beginning depending on the day. But that's like 15 minutes of like simple stuff. Like
okay. And then after that's over, then it's rest.
Yep. Go eat, play the game, chill.
And then you come back again in the evening. Oh, that's it.
Like whenever at night, like it could be 4 in the evening, it could be like 7.
Okay.
You should play basketball. King of the court.
Oh, just some pickups and anything too crazy.
It's fun, yeah.
Oh, wow. And you do that every day?
It was like weekdays, and then weekends we would just play.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so from that training, then what happened next?
Yeah. So the training with TC led into like COVID. After COVID, I played AAU with TC. Was a great connect for me. I played with a whole bunch of high level guys, like Rob Dillingham.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gigi Jackson.
No.
Play for Memphis Grizzlies right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hold on.
So you got like Gigi Jackson, Robert Dillingham, Jaden Young. He's at UNC right now. All these dudes, they played on this team called CP3, right? Chris Paul's team.
Yeah.
And so what TC did during COVID is like, because a lot of these programs were shut down, he would pick up these dudes, right? Not them. I'm gonna get to them in a second, but like he would pick up these dudes. They were like playing for high level EYBL teams. EYBL is like a high circuit, or on an Adidas team, like these sponsored like high level teams that weren't actually playing because COVID.
Yeah.
And he would just put them in a tournament. So I was surrounded with a whole bunch of high level guys, like Kansas commits, Duke commits, UNCW, Winthrop, like a whole bunch of like D1 schools here. And I think just being around them, like how it kind of like shifted my brain on like, dog, I can do this. Like,
you with them.
I can do this. And TC used to pour so much confidence into me. Like he'd be like, Kevon, fry them, like da 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 da. Like he would yell it to me, and like he would pour confidence into me, and bro, like I wanted to do it. Like I wanted to go out there and like cook those dudes, even though like I might have not been there yet. So this happened in like my sophomore, junior year. And then we come out of COVID. TC goes elsewhere. He's coaching at Louisville right now.
Okay.
Yeah, Pat Kelsey's the head coach. He's the assistant. But came out of COVID, played with Team Curry for a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I saw. Yeah, I saw something on your Instagram. Yeah.
I played with Team Curry for a summer. Super good experience. Not in the way of I played good. Team Curry was the worst I ever played basketball in my entire career. Yeah. Great coaches, great people. I would suggest Team Curry's over now. Steph Curry went away with his program, but some of the best people I've ever been around. Like, but I didn't hoop good. I was playing so bad. Like, it was different for me going from like I'm the guy on my team to like, dog, everyone on my team went D1. Everyone. Like,
wow.
Boston College to South Carolina, Georgia to UConn, George Mason, another guy Winthrop, Richmond. Like, dog, we were head to toe. Every guy went D1. I'm pretty sure. Like,
that's crazy.
We were deep, and I think just like playing with those guys, it's like if you had 8 points, you had a great game.
Wow,
like,
yeah.
If you had 8 points, you had a great game because everybody played and everybody was scoring. And it was different for me. That was the first year I played with like that much talent on a team. So I think like learning how to adapt to that was hard for me. Learning how to be a true point guard, because I used to be a shooting guard, was hard for me. And I played terrible. I did really bad. And their last year you can play AAU is like your junior, if age-wise, it's probably your junior year summer. Okay. So like senior year summer, you don't get to play AAU.
Okay.
So I was that was my junior year summer. That was my last year playing AAU. Did really bad. And so senior year came up, and I'm sitting there looking at my hand like, I don't got nothing, dog. Like, I'm sitting here like, I don't even know what I'm going to do. Like, Lord always finds a way. I was talking to like D2 schools. I averaged like 22 and like 8 my senior year. Like,
that's good, right?
Yeah. I was hooping, but and film was good. But like the argument coaches would use like, like we don't know about your conference, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I was talking to like D2 schools, D1 sprinkled in there. Elon was talking to me, USC Upstate, like D1's just sprinkled in there, but like very mild. Like when I say mild in the recruiting world, mild is like when they'll call you, be like, yo, like what's up, da da da, and they're just talking like, yo, we got this many wins, da da da, like we'll be in contact, all right, and you're like, cool, like yeah. They're not even talking about nothing though.
Oh,
like,
okay.
when you know they're on it, when they call you, they're like, "Yo, Kevon, like we want to get you to campus. We want you to see what we got." Da, da, da. Because now they're talking. But if they're mild, it's like almost like they're just holding your hand, keeping you there in case they want you. Like you're like their backup.
Oh wow!
Thing. So it's like it's very mild in terms of like they're keeping you there in case they need you, but like they're not really like looking at you like that. So. What was I just saying?
About the schools. You're talking to D2.
Oh, yeah. So this JUCO coach called me, right? It goes D1, D2, D3, NAIA, JUCO. Like JUCO's the last.
Oh, wow.
But JUCO is like, it stands for junior college. So the reason people go to junior college is sometimes like finances. Like college is expensive. And so like going to junior college, you don't spend as much money. You get your undergraduate in 2 years. So you only have 2 years left of college, but like it saves you a lot of money because you just paid like $3,000 on 2 years of college, as opposed to like going and paying like a lot of money. Like I ain't even finna get into that, but like I was like, all right, like should I go D2? I'm playing basketball either way.
Yeah.
Should I go D2? Should I keep waiting on these D1s or JUCO? JUCO wasn't even an option, I'll be real. Like,
really?
I was not planning on going JUCO. Post-grad was the option, which is like when you... JUCO counts towards NCAA eligibility. So, like, if you go JUCO for a year, you have 3 years left because there's 4 years NCAA eligibility. So, if you go JUCO, you have 3 years left. If you go D2, you have 3 years left. All these schools. If you go post-grad, it doesn't count. So, like, you still have 4 years left.
What's post-grad?
Postgraduate year.
Oh,
you graduate high school.
Yeah.
Post grad year.
Oh, so it's not like school, is it?
It is school. Like you're still learning stuff, and like they prepare you for college.
Oh, okay.
But like people that need to get their grades up usually go to post grad.
Post grad, okay.
Yeah, or like if you need like extended credits or something, like go post grad. But it doesn't take away from your eligibility. But the thing about post grad is like for certain ages can't go to post grad. Like it's supposed to be a 1 year thing. And so like certain ages can't go to post grad. So competition wise, there's a lot that you'll miss out on. Okay. Because like all those dudes are close in age, as opposed to JUCO. Dog, you playing against old heads. Like
really?
I was playing against like 24-year-olds. Like I was playing against. I don't even know how they're JUCO. They got like neck tats. I'm like, dog, JUCO is a grind, bro. Like a grind. When I tell you, like, if you've never seen a JUCO game, like imagine like prison basketball. Like, nah, I'm so serious, bro. Like, the refs don't call no fouls. Like, aggressive crash outs.
Really?
But at the same time, high level talent. Because a lot of these dudes went JUCO because like they were just off a little bit. Like when I say just off a little bit, they had the skill, but they didn't have the grades. They had the skill, but they had like a court case pending in court, and they couldn't go to a school because like the school wouldn't accept them, so they need to like let that clear off their record. I saw a lot of different circumstances. People with anger issues that couldn't control their anger. They ended up in JUCO because like a D1 wouldn't take them. Some people, they just fell through the cracks. A lot of different situations, but like talent wise in JUCO, there is no lack. If you talk to any basketball player that's been JUCO, or like any basketball player period that sees JUCO, like they would tell you that like JUCO basketball is good basketball. Like the players are really good. It's not even the skill that keeps them from being D1. It's literally just like up here. But a lot of it is solo grind. Like we practice in like this community center, and that was like 2 hours a day. But like we individual skill work, there was nothing set up for that. There was nothing set out for lifting. There was nothing set out for getting in the gym and getting shots up. And that's the importance of like TC and that time, because like I understood how I had to take initiative on that. I understood like the maturity I had to have to like get in the gym, to drive up the road and put in the time, because like I didn't want to be there another year. And so yeah, JUCO, I hooped in JUCO, I'm not gonna lie. I did good. I got JUCO All-American, which is like top 15 JUCO player in the nation.
Oh wow.
All glory to God.
Top 50?
15.
15?
Yeah.
Oh, my fault. Hey.
All glory to God. But after that, was talking to like a lot of D1s, Elon, a lot of schools in the CAA, like this conference. I didn't even know how nice I was. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Really?
This is not in a cocky way.
Yeah.
I didn't know how nice I was because like, for so long nobody looked at me as that. And like, I just went through a JUCO year where I was working. Like, I was working so much. I wasn't even looking at like how good I was actually doing. It was all coming at me so fast. Like, dog, I'm just playing the sport I love. So Drexel comes along. And the season ends, right? First of all, you want to go to Hutch. You know what March Madness is?
Yeah.
So Hutch is like the March Madness of JUCO.
Okay.
So if you go to Hutch, the only thing going on when Hutch is being played is the Final Four. March Madness Final Four.
Yeah.
So every college school is at Hutch. Like, that's where you get the looks at. So like, if you go to Hutch, and you're good,
guaranteed.
you out of there.
Pretty much guaranteed.
Yes, you're out of there. So I was like, dog, I gotta go to Hutch. Like, we gotta win. Bro, we lost second round in the conference. I was like, no.
Oh, whoa.
We lost second round, bro, to a team that like we had beat by like 30 twice. And they came out, they were not missing a single shot, bro.
It'd be like one of those nights.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they throwing it up, it's just going in. Players hitting the jog back. I'm like, bro,
nah, you not like
ain't even
that,
like
bro.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, we lost second round. And dry period, meaning like nobody talks to me for like 2 weeks, right? Like, I don't even know what's about to happen, dog. I'm sitting there like, my coach is like, yeah, I'm sitting on film, da 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 da. I'm like, dog, I can't be here.
So do they have your number? Like the colleges, they have your number?
It's not hard to get in contact. Like, there's like a database for everything. Like, you could go into like, it's called Synergy. Go into this. You could type in a player's name, Kevon Vanderhorst, and you could see everything from my high school career to like my JUCO year to Drexel. Every time I've shot a ball, if it was recorded in a game, every time I've had a turnover, like everything.
Oh wow. Okay.
So there's like a database for that stuff.
So you're waiting for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. 2 weeks, nothing happens. And all of a sudden my coach calls me. I'm not gonna lie, I was taking time off because I was resting my body. I was tired. He calls and he's like, yo, like, Drexel's gonna come down tomorrow. Can you play pickup? I was like, dude. I was like, dog, I ain't been doing that. I was like, yeah, I got you. But in my head, I'm like, dog, I ain't been doing nothing. I went to the gym. I started getting up shots. I was like, dog, I gotta be ready.
You have to get ready for that.
But coach came, shook his hand like, yo, what's up, man? Appreciate you coming. Played one pickup game. One. He was like, he's country. He's from the South. He's like, all right, come over here. Shoot a couple shots. I'm like, dog, like, why are you bossing me around like this? He was like, so I shot like 5 different spots. I had like five mid-range from each spot, 2 threes from each spot, like top of the key, wings, and then corners, and then like 1 dribble pull-up. I got to the last spot on 1 dribble pull-up, right? I had 1 left. But you know how many times I missed it?
How many?
He told me after like I missed it the second time, he was like, no, you're good. Like, you don't got to finish. I said, no, I'm going to finish. You know how many times I missed it though?
How many?
Dog, like 15.
Oh, wow. I thought you were about to say like, oh, you missed only once.
I missed the last spot, meaning I was shooting fine, whatever. I get to the last spot, I missed it. He's like, nah, you're good. Like, you don't got to finish. I'm like, no, like, I'm going to finish the last rep. Miss. Like, bro, I kept missing it. I was like, this is not happening. I was like, it's something out of a movie right now. So afterwards, he started talking to me like, yo, where's your family from? Da, 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 da. I'm like, yeah, we're from North Carolina. He was like, that's what's up. He's like, all right, well, we'll be in contact. I'm like, man, they ain't taking me.
You sold, bro. He said you good.
Yeah, I was like,
he was like, nah, let me.
I was like, man, they ain't taking me. So my JUCO coach was like, yo, like, can I get a picture of y'all right quick? Because like when a college coach comes in, he'll take a picture and be like, thanks at Drexel University basketball for coming to watch, da 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 da. Because then it gets the attention in, right?
Oh yeah.
So he was like, can I take a picture? He was like, nah, like no picture, da da da. I'm like,
That's tough.
My friend was like, yo, how'd it go? I'm like, yeah, it was good. I was like, yeah, it was good. I was like, dog, I ain't going there. So time goes by. The coach that came and watched me text me like a day later. He's like, yo, like, we're going to get you on a call with our head coach tomorrow. I'm like, okay, that threw me off. He calls me and He's just like, yo, like we want to get you down to campus on a visit, this, that, the third, like get you playing with our guys. We'll see what it looks like. Da 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 da. Like there's no telling how it'll go, but we just want to like see how you are, or whatever. So I came and played. They offered me right after, and I remember Allison's the one who recruited me, but he was like, I didn't want to take a picture because like I didn't want the publicity for you, because like if they saw we watched and other schools jumped on it, then they would have taken you. But like if we play low key about it, then they don't find you.
So like Drexel wanted you. They knew he was tough. They were like, nah, no.
But you gotta realize at this point in time, I don't even understand my own worth. Like I didn't understand. Like I was looking back at my stats on like that database that I was talking about, and I was like, dog, like I was nice. I was nice. My junk say excellent, excellent, good, good, good. Yeah. Usually you go to something, it'd be saying like poor, average, good. My junk was excellent, satisfactory, really good. I'm like, dang, like I was hooping. But I was not thinking about it like that. Like I was just playing basketball. Like it was back to like that 7th grade me that got cut. That was literally just doing what he loved. Like I was just in the gym playing pickup with some old heads. And like, I don't know. So that's how I ended up at Drexel though. Just like I worked my tail off that JUCO year. Yeah. And I think it was such a blessing, bro. It was just such a blessing.
Do you feel like there's a step up from JUCO going to D1?
In a lot of ways, yes.
Okay.
Like a step up in what way?
I don't even know, man. Like, and how is it a step up? Like, when you say like in a lot of ways, in what ways would you feel like
skill wise? I'd say like the consistency of skill, yes, for sure. Okay. It's not like I didn't see D1 guys in JUCO like I did, but like it's like every player is good at Division I level. Like you can't sleep on anybody because like they're good at what they do. Even if they can't shoot, they're probably dumb athletic. Like you can't allow a backdoor. And I say just like the step up in terms of like how you have to play. Like JUCO is very free. It's how you would imagine pickup basketball. But like the higher the level you go, the more locked in you have to be about details. Like details. They matter so much. Like it matters so much. Like messing up a play slightly. It matters so much. Like not guarding the action correctly when like you're told to guard it this way for your team. Really. And like that could be the difference between winning and losing a game. Like I'd say just the attention to detail has to be there, and I think that's sometimes the one that like it's a big step up. It's something you have to adjust to. But there's also good things about the step up that isn't in the game. Like they take care of you. Like food is good, the hotels and stuff. Like those things are nice. Like the luxuries, I guess you could say, of like being Division I athletes are nice, but like it come at a price. Like you got to put your body on line every day. Like you got to be locked in school, but also like every morning, like I'm doing a hard lift. Every morning I'm doing a hard workout. Like it's not like I get a day off during the week. And so like that's the price it comes with though. But I say it's so worth it because that's when it comes down like who do you do it for? What do you do it for? And if you love what you do, like that's not a sacrifice to you. It's passion.
It's just like an extra. Like
you get to do what you love. Like who am I sitting and be like it's a sacrifice? Like dog, it's fun. I love what I do. Like it's like playing the game. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I love what I do. It's part of it.
Wow. So can you walk us through what a day would look like as a D1 athlete?
Yeah. So it changes depending on the part of the season you're in. Okay. Like, I'll just give you like you got spring, which is like right now. Then you got like summer, which will be like a couple months from now. And then obviously in season. But in spring, these are when like hard lifts are happening. Like these are probably our hardest lifts because like the guys, actually I'll start from the beginning. Summer's when the new guys get here. Okay. So like the guys we've recruited in, the guys that have been offered and like they committed, like the new guys will get here and we'll start meshing together as a new team. It's like we'll start working out together, practicing together, events like team chemistry stuff. Basically playing together. But like they're still trying to acclimate those guys to the system. Like they can't bring those guys in and expect to like we're doing stack 5 low row pop blah blah blah. Like it's just a play. You can't call that out. Like you have to acclimate these guys, so they have to move a lot slower. Yeah. So like they move slower when the new guys come in, so it's not really as hard. It's not as much like detail focused because a lot of the stuff they go over, you know.
Okay.
But I mean, lifts are still lifts, and the practices are just, I'd say, like lighter. And then you got like right before the season, it gets dumb hard. I'm not gonna lie, because they're trying to make sure you're in shape. They're trying to like make sure you're touched up, primed, I guess you could say, for like when the season starts. Then you go through the season. The season is like get your schoolwork done, practice every day of the week. The day before would be light. And then you got like film and stuff. It's a consistent schedule of just like film, practice, and rest and schoolwork. Like that's literally it. And then spring, which is what we're in now, like I'll give you the day of the life like now. So wake up at 7:30 depending on the day and if I have class or not. But get in the gym. Me and my roommate wake up Vic, and we get shots. But it depends. Not every day I get shots with Vic. We kind of get in there on our own stuff. So like we'll grab breakfast on the way down. I'll get in there. I'll do two ball handling. Touch on my handle for like 15-20 minutes, breaking a sweat. And then Tuesdays, Thursdays, I have this guy named Alex that'll come in and rebound for me. Maybe another day if I need it, but like those are the days I work on shooting. Other days is just like touch stuff. So like if Alex comes in there and we shoot, right now I'm working on taking like it's called what's it called? A dip. A dip is like when you shoot the ball. I'll show it so the camera can see. Yeah. You do this first and then you shoot it. Yeah. As opposed to if you have no dip, you just catch it and go up. Yeah. So like I'm working on taking a dip out right now. So like dribble, shot, to like make it more one motion. Okay. So when Alex gets in there, it's a lot of like detail to that. Working on just like taking that dip out, working on high follow through, like mechanical stuff. And then towards the end of that workout, just getting a ton of reps up at it. And then the days Alex isn't there, it's a lot of like pick and roll stuff by myself, like imagining defenders on the court, coming off a screen, making a play. A lot of finishes, like finishing high off the backboard, left hand, right hand, reverses, free throws. And then after that workout, that takes me to like, I'll be in the gym by 8. So that workout will take me to like 8:55, which is when we need to be in the weight room. Team lift from 9 to 10, and then practice from 10 to 11. And then after practice from 10 to 11, shower, get food, class. Depending on the day, it's either 12 to 1. Wednesdays, Fridays are 12 to 1:50. And then Tuesday, Thursdays, 12 to 4. Monday, I have FCA at 7. So, like, I'll have, like, a 4-hour gap in between, like, getting out of class, doing, like, some schoolwork, and then going to FCA. Tuesdays are chill. I get out of class at 4. Wednesdays, I have my small group with James. So, like, 12 to 1:50. James at 3. So James from like 3 to 5, and then I have the rest of the night. And then Thursdays like that same 12 to 4, ENC. Yeah. At like 7:30. And that's the days. Wow. That's the days. Wow. Weekends are chill though. Weekends are always a good break. Like being able to breathe, like breathe. Yeah. Getting God's word and just like renew. Because I'm gonna bring it back to God. One of the things that like I give you that schedule. Yeah. And like, how is it that I can tie God within that? Like, how is it that God can move through me? How is it that I can renew my spirit within that? Find time to insert him throughout my day with prayer. Cause like, I'm exhausted, like physically, but mentally and spiritually, I can't be exhausted. Like I still got to show up for people. Yeah. Cause like that's what the Lord calls us to do, to be disciples of disciples. And so I think just like the weekends are a great time for me to just like sit in the presence of God, like be in church, talk to those people on the weekends like I didn't get to talk to during the week about like God and about like how he's moving in my life, how he's moving in their life, to disciple. So yeah, I think the weekend's like the time that I like spiritually replenish and like approach that well. approach that well to just renew my spirit.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Well, what would you say is your NBA player comparison?
Good question. I would say like De'Aaron Fox, Russell Westbrook type.
Okay.
That's my mix.
Okay.
Shout out Ralph. He's not. I hope he watches this and sees it. I really do. But can you play a video like if I show it to you right now?
Yeah. I can definitely we'll probably play it over. We'll show it like over here some way somehow. Yeah, we'll definitely pull it up.
This is my game. Yeah, that's my game, dog. That's my game. That's my game.
bro. Yo, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it somewhere over here. I'll play it. Yo, bro. Hey, you're fast, bro. Bro's quick with it, bro. I didn't know you had ups like that.
That's my game, bro. That's my game. Get downhill, touch the paint.
Man.
Get on the rim.
I see.
That's my game.
So looking towards next season. What are your hopes for next season?
You want me to give you like my real answer, or you want me to give you a basketball answer?
Bro, both. Let's start with the real one, then give you a basketball.
Glorify God through everything that I do. Like win or loss. I think it's so easy to glorify God through a win. I used to think of like you hit a buzzer beater, like, oh, glory to God.
Yeah.
But like how am I glorifying God through like when I'm not playing good? How am I glorifying God through when I know that like I could be doing better on the floor and like I'm not? So I'd say like win or lose, making sure that I give it all to Him. More practically, like basketball wise, just lead. Like I think it gets to a point where like you know what you're capable of doing. And it's not a matter of if you can do it or not. It's just a matter of showing up. Like just showing up and being consistent, showing up and doing like what you know that the Lord has blessed you to do. I know I'm fast. I know I can facilitate. I know that like these are gifts that I've been given. So just doing it, like, and not relapsing on bad habits of like throwing a bounce pass in a place where I should be throwing a chest pass, or like just being consistent in the details. So like expectations, like I want to win first and foremost, but being very consistent within my details, being a low turnover guy, and being honestly whatever my team needs me to be. Like if that's a person that needs to get a stop on the defensive end, like I'm gonna be that guy. If it's a person that needs to get a rebound, I'm gonna be that guy. If it's a person that they need a bucket in the clutch, I'm gonna be that guy. If it's a teammate they need on the bench cheering, I'm gonna be that guy. So I think not forcing the moment and putting too much expectation over it, but just kind of like seeing the moment for what it is when it comes and like gauging where I need to be accordingly. Yeah.
I have a question. I just realized this right now. You said that you have 4 years of NCAA eligibility, and you've won one at JUCO, and you just finished one at Drexel. Drexel is 5 years, so does that mean you have 2 years left?
So NCAA eligibility doesn't align up with like Drexel's like 5-year 3 co-op plan. So I still have 4 because I'm an athlete.
Oh.
Now I could do 5 years if I wanted to, but like my last year I wouldn't play.
Oh.
But they're actually about to God willing, they're about to pass a rule that all NCAA athletes get 5 years.
Okay.
And if they do,
then you got one more.
I got 3 more.
3 more, yeah.
I'll go into next year, and then I'll have a year after that, and then I'll have one more year.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll be clutch.
So I'm guessing that the goal is NBA.
The goal is, bro. The goal is to just win my day. Like, no, I'm so serious. Like, I was just talking to my brother about this. Like, he was like, "You want to go to the NBA?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, if that's what like I go, then like great. But like, dog, I just want to win the day. Like, I just want to like. I want to win every day. I want to be the best in the weight room today. I want to be the best in the gym today. Like, if that takes me to the NBA, I'm for it. Like, God, like if that's where you want me, I'm there.
Yeah.
If that takes me to Spain, I'm there. Like, that takes me to Ghana, I'm
Yeah,
there.
you
Like,
need
if that takes me to Ghana, I'm there. Like, come on, dog. Really, just like, I'm not a huge long-term thinker. Like,
Okay.
because I know how quickly life can change. Like, I've seen it in other people's life. So not trying to plan this path out, because ultimately we do not decide our plan. Like, our feet will be led by something far greater than us. So just like winning my day by day and seeing where that takes me.
Wow, that's very powerful. I think that mentality alone is what separates the average from the great. It's not just like, oh yeah, obviously like the goal, yes, it's obviously there. Like, who is saying no to NBA? Yes, but it's like focusing on a smaller level. And that's even something I read from the book Atomic Habits. I don't know if you know about the book.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just like just focusing on like how like you have a big goal, yes, but it's the little things that get you to that big goal.
Yeah.
And that mindset that you have is like, it's great. It's amazing. It's needed. And this kind of also leads me to, speaking of mindset, I want to know, how do you get into the zone?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm not gonna lie, because like everyone is different, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I know people that get turned up like rap music for the games.
Yeah.
Like, they in there, no. I'm like, all right, do your thing, bro. That's a lot of people like bobbing their head, like getting hype.
Yeah.
I have to be in a median. Like, I used to listen to like, you know, Billie Eilish. I used to listen to like Billie Eilish, piano, like chill stuff before a game, like.
Okay.
Because that was me at that point, and it worked. But then, like, I think it's like I go through life changes and stuff. Like, I started coming out flat, like when I would be too low, like listening to piano and stuff. So then I turned it up to like rap. I turned it up to like upbeat stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm lit for a game, but then I got too high, and like I'm coming to the game being too reckless.
Yeah.
And so like I think last year, like I learned to just find that median, like. Just be the person I am when I show up in practice. I get in the zone by like talking to my teammates and really by just showing up. Like, there's nothing to overthink about. Like, it's basketball. Like, it's literally just basketball. So I get in the zone by being myself. Like, I've respected my teammates locking in, obviously. Like, I'm not about to be like my teammate over there listening to music. I'm like, yo, like, how are you doing? Like, what are you struggling with in life right now? You know what I'm saying? He gonna look at me. He gonna be like, yo, like, can we not now? Like, I'm trying to lock in. But I think just like smiling, like enjoying the present moment, looking around, seeing people, like being grateful they're coming to watch, and like, yeah, I think I just get in the zone by just being myself and relax and chilling in the moment.
Okay. And this is kind of leading us towards the end, because I realized that we were speaking for a cool minute. It's been a good minute. This is who has been the nicest person that you have faced, like the toughest guy, like you're just like, yo, this guy's different.
I'm about to say a name and you're gonna know the person that's gonna come to your mind is not the person I'm talking about. Mikey Williams.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
I know, but I don't know. I probably don't know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
But I know who Mikey Williams is.
Okay. There's a guy named Mike Williams, though.
Okay.
So he went to LSU this past year. I don't know where he's at now. But when I was with Curry, right? Dog, I ain't gonna lie, he dropped us off crazy. Like,
really?
Yes, bro. I remember guarding, like, you ever guarded somebody and you actually helpless? Like, you guarding somebody like, dog, I can't even do nothing about this. Like,
yes.
But it's different. It's when it's a big, like, let's say you guard a 7-footer, for example.
Yeah.
You're in the post, like, all right, dog.
Yeah,
like,
you got it. Like, that's
come on, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like, when it's a guard, it's somebody your size, and they're cooking you to that extent. It's like, bro, wow. I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead, do your thing, bro. But respect, like, he fried us. He dropped like 30 on us on some like tween cross, one dribble, full contest. My hand is here, cash, no but net. And I was sitting there like, I'm looking at my coach. I just put my hands up, like, I'm like, dog, I don't even know what you want me to do. Like, he was cold though. I think that's the best game I've ever seen anybody play against us. But like, best player all around, I'd say probably like Rob.
Damn.
Yeah, he was nice.
That brother. Hey,
he had a hurt hand when he played us too.
Really?
His hand was hurt. He was still shifty. I was like, dog, this don't make no sense. Like, you restricted and you still hooping. Like, you got one hand. In and out. His in and out was wild. In and out. Tween. He put it in his left hand because left hand was one that was hurt. Just to like kind of like tap it down and then he put it back. And I was like, dog. Like,
all right, but you got that.
He was shifty.
That's different.
He was shifty, bro.
Oh wow. And also, I keep like I'm okay. What's your go-to like basketball shoe?
Oh, right now it's the Sabrina's.
Really?
Yeah, Sabrina
wow.
Ionescu. I like her. But before Sabrina's, I'd say like. I really like Kobe's. But like, you know the PEs?
Yeah.
I like the PEs, but they're so expensive now.
Yeah.
Like, dog, they be charging like $500. I'm not paying $500 for a hooping shoe. Like, that's OD. I don't got it like that. I don't got it like that, bro.
That's crazy.
Bro, I really like the Sabrina Ionescu's right now. They got good colorways.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why I never looked at women's basketball shoes. I don't know why. Like, I'm always looking at like the dudes.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I just like the color of Sabrina Ionescu's. Like, they're different and they're comfortable, bro. They're so comfortable.
Really?
Like, I feel like even the newer Kobe's, like the ones that are coming out with now, like I got the we get like team shoes we get to pick out, and we got like the Protros, like the 8s for Kobe. And like, bro, they're just so uncomfortable on my foot. Like,
really?
Yeah, I didn't like how they made my feet feel, but like the Sabrina Ionescu, like I'm on a cloud, bro. I love them.
It's nice. Okay, I may have to try that. Hey, if you see that, if you see me run with them,
Jellyfest.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Sedem, you see, bro? Come on now. Yo, Sedem, bro. Sedem is nice, bro. That guy. So Sedem, the guy who did Jellyfest, he plays for this basketball group. It's called Tusk Foundation. I mean, what they do is it's a foundation. They take kids and they play basketball. And in Ghana, they are D1. So D1 in Ghana, I think it's different from over here.
Yeah.
D1 is like professional basketball. And so them playing D1, even though they're not like older, is still like inside. So they have the ABO, Accra Basketball League. And so they are playing part of that Accra Basketball League.
Which y'all's national team?
Bro, do you know we don't have a national team?
Y'all don't have a national team?
Do you know we do not have a national team?
Wow.
Even bro, you know, I tell you that we do, bro, even to assemble 3v3, we are struggling. It's just this last Olympic. I'm sure. Please, if I'm not correcting, because like we don't have. At least if they're gonna bring, Sedem who told me that it's true. Sedem told me that in the last one, bro. There's no 5v5 unless they like if it comes to a point where like they need somebody, they'll know who to pick. But they don't have like they know like these are the roster guys.
Wow.
They ain't got bro. When I tell you, listen, some Ghana basketball. I said the first time I ever went into an indoor court in Ghana was like the month I was leaving to come to Drexel. Keep in mind, I've been in Ghana for 16, 17 years. There's no indoor basketball.
The resources?
Bro.
Yeah.
It's all outdoors. Even me right now, you see how there's over here. Bro, outdoor shoes. I can go and say I'm going to get indoor shoes and play because it's even Curry's. I see out there new. I don't even use them like that.
I was saying, them Currys look fresh. They all white.
Yeah, this is like every now and then I say, let me just put them on and just play with them. But like, outside, it was just outside courts and stuff like that. And so like there's just not that infrastructure. But the beautiful thing now though is that it's starting to change, because now more and more people are starting to be interested in basketball, in the sport of basketball. And now slowly, like people are starting to even leave the country because of basketball. So you're getting boys from his side,
It's starting to shift,
bro. And so now people are starting to get into it. And so Ghana is known for like football, like soccer. That's what Ghana is like. That's their sport. But basketball is slowly starting to come up. And it's just like, bro.
So if you're from Ghana and like you want to play on the national team,
yeah,
like what's the nearest national team could you play for anywhere else?
I mean, I ain't gonna hold you unless they have like they have what the thing.
Or do you have to have citizenship?
I think so.
Yeah.
To play for the Ghana national team, I'm sure that's a requisite. You have to be. They have I think it's the African Games. I've forgotten what it's called.
What's the best? I was about to ask. What's the best national team in Africa?
Oh, man, that's actually a very good question. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. South Sudan, bro. Those guys is tough, bro.
I got a friend that's South Sudanese.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I don't pay attention really, really much to, like, the African basketball. But just off of, like, recently, someone else. South Sudan really did something.
Shout out Meyer Woe, man. Shout out Meyer Woe.
Yeah.
He I know they got one. He got a friend that's on Lakers right now too.
Really?
From South Sudan, yeah.
Bro, these South Sudanese guys. See, listen, the East Africans. Let me tell you something about. So I don't. It's my geography. I'm sorry. I don't know South Sudan and East Africa, but that's besides the point. East Africans in general, they are usually the taller ones.
Yeah. He tall too. The one on Lakers, mad tall. And
That's
the one I'm
is.
telling you about, he like 6'9", 6'10", and he a guard. Like,
yeah, they're tall and they're slim. Like they're not big tall. They're slim tall. That's it. Ghana.
Yo, why is that though? Why is that? Like,
I have no idea. Maybe it's the diet or like
Dog, what are
the
they
mountains
eating, though?
or like something
Like-
going on. Like East Africans are just tall. West Africans, on the other hand, Ghana, the average height in Ghana is like 5'6", 5'7", bro.
yo,
Ghana, yeah.
whole bunch of castanets walking around.
But if I go to Ghana, bro, I'm considered somebody that is like tall.
Dang.
I mean, I'm just like, alright, cool. How tall do you think I am?
6.
Thank you very much. That's all I needed to know.
What you mean?
That's all I needed
What
to
you
know.
mean?
People have been clowning me, bro. Say, no, you ain't no 6 foot. You not 6 foot. This guy's 5'10", 5'11".
Yo.
I'm like, alright, yo. Alright.
Nah, I live by a rule of thumb. If like somebody say they're 6 foot, they're 5'11".
Yeah.
If somebody say they're 6'1", they're 6 foot.
So like subtract one.
Yeah, you gotta subtract. Cause like if you're 6 foot, you never claim 6 foot. You always claim 6'1". If you're 5'11", who says they're 5'11"? Like you always claim 6
You always
foot.
go up to 6.
Yeah.
So see now this is where the problem comes, because I can't say that I'm 6'1", because that's too much of a reach.
Cause then it start looking such.
Then it's
because
like,
you
alright,
like,
bro.
you're
Alright, bro.
6'1".
Come on now. Because like, if you say I'm 6, it's like, okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I can see
Believable.
it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that's the psychologically, because I know it's not. I know you 5'11" now. Yo.
Nah, guys, I'm actually 6. I'm 6 foot, bro. You see, it's been confirmed. Like 6 foot.
What's your driver's license say?
6.
Yeah, you 5'11". You 5'11". Yo, he's so cute.
Nah, it's
Oh
like
my gosh.
on the dot it says, I say, alright, cool. Alright, cool. I don't fight. Now I don't fight something on my head. I just show him the driver's license. I'm like, you see the 6. So I left it at that. Hey man. And now if I wear like, the Currys, I go cool 6'1", I just go up a little bit, just
Facts.
push me up off the floor. So
Facts.
that's how it be. Yeah. How tall are you?
6'2".
6'2".
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm 6.
But I really like 6'1" and 3/4, no shoes. I'm not gonna lie. But
Okay.
when am I never not wearing shoes?
That's another thing. Bro, why does height have to be measured without shoes on?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because when am I not wearing shoes?
Exactly.
Like shoes are gonna give me a 1/4 of an inch, so that's why I just say 6'2".
Yeah,
Round
that's it. Wait, so how do you 6'2" is 6'2" considered undersized?
Yeah.
So how have you been able to play with that, like 10 9 10 asset?
I'm fast. So like, I guess learn how to pace. Like if you watch NBA, you got dudes like Shea, Gilgeous Alexander, and like just the way he plays with like pace, slow to fast, and it's like you don't have to have your speed on 100, but like if you can build gear shifts in your game of like 0 through 4, meaning like you go from 0 to 2 to 1 to 4, like that is all you need. Like I think that's been something different about my game because I'm 100 on speed, but like learning how to like apply gear shifts. Like I'm slow here and then I'm fast and I'm slow and then I'm fast, because then that's hard to guard. Like it's hard to slow down and like, oh, he's moving slow and then he's gone. Like as opposed to if I'm going the same speed the whole time, you can kind of just chase me.
Yeah.
So I'd say like being 6'2", I can get under guys on the defensive end, but also like that helps my speed. So just learning how to apply like gear shifting is what we call it into like my pace when I play.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotta have to finish around the rim though. Like I think touch has to be on point because you're undersized, like you're going up against a lot of like footers or like dudes close to a foot, or they're dumb athletics. So making sure like you can finish high backboard, meaning like you can put it up top
where they can't get it.
Yeah. Or like floaters, like having that in your game, mid-range pull up. You got to develop different parts of your game for sure. Because I mean, if you're like a 6'6" point guard, like you can get away with kind of putting it on your hip and then kind of going up regular layup one hand because like you can kind of shield dudes off. But like I could shield a dude off and he could still get over my head. So yeah, I think it's just developing new parts of my game because I am undersized. Yeah, but it has its trade-offs for sure.
Yeah. Okay. I sees that. We mess with it. Well, man, we have been chatting for a cool minute.
Cap, bro.
This has been an episode. I don't even know what time we started. I just know that we've been over an hour, and I'm praying to God that this is still recording, because this thing happened, bro. The last time
I ain't even mad at it,
bro,
dog. I ain't even mad at it,
bro.
I ain't even mad at it.
We said them, bro. We sat there. This was like I was so tired. Traveled the whole like 3 days, 2 days. I'm traveling. I come that day we're recording, and we go proper conversation. Like everything is beautiful. An hour and 30 minutes. I check my thing. You only recorded the first 20 minutes.
Yo.
Done. And like it's not even like I could say, oh, we'll come tomorrow, because tomorrow I had another podcast. Yeah. And the day after another one. I had another one. I was booked the whole week. And then I had an opening Friday morning before I was going to record another podcast.
Bro, that's dead.
I was like, bro, yo, you know what? And so even that podcast that you saw with Sedem, I did it like in the morning before I went for another podcast. And I was so tired, bro. I was like, so please.
Yo. That's a different type of grind, though.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. It's different, bro. Because then you be doing like, when I tell you that, like, that's how I low key, like, I want to go on somebody's podcast. I was telling my guy yesterday, I was like, I want to go on somebody's podcast so I can explain, like, how these things go, like, how I manage some of these things. Because
you gotta be organized, bro.
It's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. It's crazy.
You got a calendar?
If you see my calendar right now, bro, let me see.
Let me see
if I got on my iPad. I don't know if it's synced on my iPad, but on my phone, sure. Let's see, calendar. Google Calendar. Let's see. Hold on. It is so like, oh my days.
I'm bad about calendars, bro. I
Really?
want one, but like for like due dates, stuff, places I gotta be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one eventually. Yeah. Honestly, it's just procrastination at this point.
Nah, bro. Let me tell you, that planning, bro, is needed, bro. See, but the only thing is that
you can't remember it all.
That's something. So with me, what I do, let me show you. Continue, share. I just, because I'm not using, I don't use my iPad that much, so it's now syncing everything. Okay, I think it's synced most of it. Hold on, let me change.
I'm not gonna lie, I see a whole lot of time slots.
Yeah, so you see, look. So this was my schedule.
That's today?
Yeah. So you see, so usually the plans to do the podcast at this time, right? But because it got switched around, so I switched this stuff around, and so you see, this is kind of what happens. But if you go like with like a proper view, like the month, then it's like, and I've been doing it every single day. Like it goes every single day.
Dog,
like,
I respect that. I'm not gonna lie, that's wild.
If I pick a random day, like you can see, like okay, this was like last term. So this was my like, then I had math, then I did this, then so like I know like what's going on with my day, and I know like okay, this is what's happening.
I'm not gonna lie, whoever like you get married to in the future, dog, they're gonna be very grateful for your ability to be organized, like, because that is a skill, like,
bro.
That is a skill.
Bro, when I tell you that, oh my days, this stuff is actually like, it has come in handy so much, because even like today I was like all over the place. I ain't gonna hold you, but I was just like, because I knew that I planned for this time to this time. So like, this is in my head, like now I know that I'm supposed to be doing this, doing this, and like nowadays, like it's just become my night routine. Like my night routine, like I literally can't sleep if I don't plan my day. Yeah, it's just become a habit, and it's like not even like it's like very serious. That's something I even need to improve on. It's like making sure my plan, I'm able to stick to it. Because sometimes I do my plan, and it's just like goes out the window. I'm just like I didn't do anything today, and so it's just like. Just planning it, because, bro, this editing, man, I ain't gonna hold you. Sitting down and editing, and then now
that takes time.
Oh, bro.
That takes time. Especially when you gotta watch the whole video over again.
Yeah, I watched the video probably like 2 times. I ain't gonna hold you.
You watched the whole video 2 times?
Yeah, twice. Then, because, like, okay, the first time that I do it, then I match up the stuff, and that's fine. And then I do it again so that now I can edit. But as I'm editing like this video, I'm also looking for clips. I'm looking for things I can put in the beginning of the video. I'm looking for maybe parts that I'm like, okay, now you gotta take out this part, you gotta put this part in. And so like, yeah, I'm trying to put all these things in there. And also like, if you're talking about a video, if you're talking about something, then I add it to the video so you can see. But if I'm doing vlogs, bro, vlogs are completely
I was about to say, I used to edit vlogs, but like, I got bored because I kept having to watch the video over, and then by the time I finished, I'm like, I gotta see this so many times. Like,
if you see my vlog, bro, I'll be doing like all my days the vlog, because I'll just be doing clips, and I put them all together, and you have to go over and just.
That's a skill, bro.
Oh man,
that's a skill.
Oh man, and the things that I meet, like how I am, I don't even think like it's something that's crazy, because all I'm doing is just like. I'm just cutting it, just cutting this little cuts, and like I ain't gonna hold you. CapCut do the rest. Like if you see some edits on my thing, you're like, hey,
CapCut
nice.
Be handling it.
Put that little filter on there. Just, hey, do this for me real quick. It does everything. I'm like, alright, cool. You know what? It's fine. So bro, this has been like a very beautiful conversation.
Yeah.
I think I have learned a lot, bro. Y'all, listen, this is the real deal, and you guys can kind of see, get kind of gauge what it takes to not only play basketball at this level, but maintain it, and also what it takes to be at his level. Because not only in terms of basketball, but in terms of who he is as an individual. Now we are going towards like the last parts of the show, and we got this thing that we do on my show. It's called it's not even called anything. It's where the last guest asks a question to the next guest, and the next guest to the next guest. Right. So the last guest that I had, I actually just posted a video. I think it was today. Actually, I posted a video. It was this lady. She has this eyelashes. She does eyelashes in Ghana, and it's like big. Like she the one. Shout out Mina Mix. She the one.
Mina Mix.
Yeah, that's her. And her question to you is, let's say you have gone through your whole life knowing what you know now. If you were to start again, what would you do differently?
Good question. I'm tempted to give like the cop out answer. Nothing.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna give that answer. I'd probably say like live a life for Christ sooner. I just think like knowing what I know now, knowing that like it is like true life to like be close to Jesus Christ, to be like upheld by his right hand, like I would live sooner. Like I would seek to free myself from those chains, to allow the Lord to free me from those chains. But I don't know, like at the same time, would I be the Christian I am today if like I didn't?
If you hadn't gone through those things.
Yeah, which is why like I'm the cop out answer is like
That's for
I want to say nothing because like I had to go through certain things, and I don't know if I can pick and choose what I needed to go through and what I didn't. I think those things all played an important role.
Wow. Well, I ain't gonna lie. That the whole answer what you just said, I don't think that's a cop out. I think that's real.
Yeah,
That's right. So now it's your turn to ask the question to the next guest.
do I get to know who it is, or I just gotta ask?
Man, no.
Yeah.
You just gotta, hey, man, whoever it's gonna be, we just gotta see.
What do you struggle with?
What do you struggle with? Plain and simple. Okay. That's gonna be a good question to ask. I can't lie. Yeah, I know what it's gonna be. It's gonna after I can tell you the next it's gonna be, but yeah, y'all just gonna stay tuned and see who the next guest is gonna be. So yes, now this is something that I also do. It's called saying of the day, and basically you should say something that just stood out to you, whether it be a Bible verse or a bar that you heard. It's like, yo, this is tough. Just something that you can say that's just like, bro, what you gotta say.
1 Peter. God the Father knew and chose you long ago, and his Spirit made you holy. As a result, you have obeyed him and have been cleansed by the blood of Jesus Christ. May God give you more and more grace and peace. All praise to God, the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. It is by his great mercy that we have been born again. Because God raised Jesus Christ from the dead, now we live with great expectation, and we have a priceless inheritance, an inheritance that is kept in heaven for you, pure and undefiled, beyond the reach of change and decay.
Sure. Amen. Amen. Wow. That's, hey, now.
Lord is so good, bro.
That's very powerful.
So
I ain't
good.
gonna hold you. For me, my saying of the day is actually in line with something that I kind of spoke to you about earlier when you first came. It was something we spoke about in our small group, and we were talking about shame in our small group. And the saying that I have for you is the shame that you feel after you have sinned and after you have done something that you yourself is not right. That shame that you feel it for a reason. That's one. But we're talking about like what the shame would cause you to do. And what that shame would cause you to do is to lie and to hide. And lying to yourself, lying to others, lying to God, hiding in a way from yourself, hiding from God, and maybe also hiding from others because you're ashamed of what you did. But then this is kind of going into the saying of repent. Like that's the way that you battle the shame that you may feel. That's how you battle that feeling of wanting to hide and wanting to lie. Is to bring it into the light. You can't hide something that's in the light. You can't lie about something that's in the light. And so bringing it to the light. And what does repenting look like? Not only going to your Lord and Savior and talking about it and being specific about it, but going to somebody who you trust is going to pour into you, and who you know is going to lead you to the right way. That's my saying today. You know?
There's no shame there either. There's no condemnation in that. Like, especially when you're for Christ, there's no condemnation.
We literally just read it. Romans 8, I think it's like 8:1. For there's no condemnation for those who are in Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Plain and simple. So, hey man, that's it. Now, if you had to pick, who would you like to see come on in power?
Give me another Drexel athlete.
Okay. Who?
Give me another Drexel athlete.
Give me somebody.
I'm gonna go Margaret Easterly. I don't think you know who that is.
Nope, I do not know who that is.
I might have just said her last name wrong. Margot. I call her Margot.
Margot. Who is Margot?
She swims here.
Okay, swimmer. Okay.
Swim and dive team. She redshirted this last year, but she has a season coming up. So having been through, I think, a year of like not being able to compete in a sport she loves, and then coming into like this next year, like I think it's a lot to unpack with like how is the Lord moving in your life? One, like how has He moved in this time where you've been away from like the sport that you've done your whole life, and like I feel like she has a lot of wisdom to give. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like she has a lot of wisdom to give.
Okay.
You'll actually know her. You'll meet her soon. She's coming to ENC, I think, this week. So
okay.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna be here this week.
You'll be here. Trust. I promise you'll be here.
All right, guys. Yo, listen, Kevon, if people are looking to follow you on your journey, get in contact with you, if anything whatsoever, hey man, where do they go?
KEVON_V on Instagram, man. Tap in.
Straight up. And you know, yo, listen, I've said this in my last podcast. I said in the process before this. I've mentioned my username so many times, bro. Y'all know my Instagram, bro. It's literally my name. Like the name on this YouTube channel is on Instagram. So for those who want to follow, also the book as well. If you're looking to purchase your book, it's available on Amazon. If you're in Ghana, you can get it at booknook.store. You can go to the store at Medimart and Action Chapel Bookstore. It is there available. You can also DM me, and we can also sort out something like that. But I ain't gonna hold you. If you DM me, I don't know if you'll get a response back right ASAP. So yes, and let's see. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, that's it. And without further ado, I believe in you. We believe in you. Go and make the world a better place. And remember, don't just live life, but thrive.